Hey everybody, it is Jeff here today, seeing how everybody's doing today. Looks like the sky's trying to open up to let out some rain. I am heading to get my little girl right now. It is a daddy-daughter date night, so I'm heading over there. It's not necessarily cold out, I'm just actually, since it's raining and everything, I kind of don't want to get wet. So if you're wondering why I'm wearing a jacket right now. Anyway, what were your ambitions today? What did you do today to make your life better, to make people's lives around you better? What did you do that was special? What did you do that was unique? You know, every day you should be striving to live outside the box. The hardest thing to do in your life is to do those things that you're not programmed to do anymore. We've been basically beaten to our head for the last however many years that we have to follow a system that basically makes us work for somebody else, to make money for somebody else, to make somebody else happy, while, you know, we are programmed to basically work on an assembly line. What I'm trying to teach people to do is to think for themselves, to get out, to see what's going on out in the world, to basically dream again, to have imagination, to make sure that you know that you're worth more than what the people around you try to tell you. That those people that you're hanging around, if they're not good people, if they're not building you up, you need to get new people. Every day, like I said, in the United States alone, over 122 people commit suicide every day. Why is this going on? You know, with all the religions and with all the progress we're making, why are people still so depressed today? Why are they still, you know, feeling like they don't matter? Why are they feeling like they have to take a coward's way out? It's simple. We're not being human to people. We're not actually opening up our arms to people. We're not giving them hugs. We're not shaking their hand. We're not saying please and thank you anymore. We're demanding stuff of people now. We're basically forcing people into different situations. We're making what used to be in, you know, the stuff that we would never think somebody'd ever do, a possibility today in both the good and the bad. Every day in life, we have to let those around us know that they matter. You know, you don't know. I mean, I can tell you this right now. 22 veterans a day commit suicide. Okay, that's just veterans. So if you think about it, 122 people a day in the United States alone commit suicide. You know, what is the reason? Why did they quit dreaming? Why did they quit believing in themselves? You know, I watch so many people out there, they want the money. They don't want to do the work involved to get the money. They want the recognition, but they don't want to do what it takes to get the full recognition. In other words, they want it, but they don't want it. They want it for free. They want to get it without doing anything in between. When you don't give them something, they've been taught, well, I'm entitled. No. You know what? We need to start teaching our kids that it's okay to lose. But no one's entitled to nothing at all. Sorry, my signal's poor around here because of the rain. But here's my point. There's nobody out there that does not have a piece to the puzzle. Everybody is a simple piece to the puzzle. Every single person carries something with themselves. There are so many people out there, they want more, but they're not willing to do the work or the effort for it. Well, all of a sudden, you know, I watch this in my own business. I'll watch somebody, I'll tell them flat out, this is not a get rich quick. You have to work if you want to get it. But I'll also let them know, look, there's no money cap. The more you do, the more you get. But if you do nothing, you get nothing. And what do? All right, I'm going to be a millionaire in 2 days. No, it takes years. But you want to know something? The people that actually stay the course and they do it for years, yes, they have more than everybody else. But what do you learn? You learn time management. You learn money management. You learn social skills. You learn people skills. You learn different things, not just in my business, but every business out there in the world. You learn how to take quality time for your family and your friends. You make sure to say please and thank you. And then all of a sudden, as you're doing it, you realize it wasn't about the money anymore. It was not about the recognition. It was about doing those goals, setting things up for yourself and achieving them, accomplishing them. You know, I look at everywhere, you know, from the people that pretty much built this nation, you know, to the multi-millionaires, and I watch what their work ethic is. Their work ethic is they have to keep competing. They have to keep going forward. If they do not win, okay, they will do whatever it is. They're going to fall, get back up, fall, get back up, fall, get back up, and they're going to keep going. I see so many people out there, they don't think they're worth anything at all, but guess what? They're one of the keys to somebody else's life. They could be the key to your life. Just because you're not talking to them or because you've judged them, you need to go apologize to them. You need to forgive and forget. I don't tell you to forgive because we need to make ourselves feel better. Okay? We need to forgive so we can heal. And that's not feeling better. That's so we can heal. We need to forget so we can move on, so that we can keep obtaining more of what we want to obtain. You know, some people, they want more love. Some people, they want a marriage. Some people, they want a family. Some people, they like a nicer home, a nicer car. Some people, you know, they just want their kids to go to college. You know, now how does all this stuff tie in with everything else that I do? It ties in everywhere. Every one of us matters, and we make a difference. I cannot tell somebody else to do something that I love to do and expect them to love it. Why? Because just because I love it doesn't mean they do. I cannot expect somebody to follow the same political system, you know, belief system that I have, compared to maybe a Democrat, or Republican, or a Tea Party, okay, or socialist, or communist, something like that. But what I can do is I can understand where they're coming from. I can hold on to them because they're my friends, because guess what? Every friend is a piece to that puzzle that we all need. And at the end, one day, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, my puzzle's not complete. And I think a lot of people don't understand it. But it's like grandma sitting, or some of these ladies or men or whatever, sitting to a jigsaw puzzle at a nursing home. They're putting all the pieces in. And then all of a sudden, by chance, they die. And their puzzle's not complete. They worked on it for years and the puzzle's not complete. Why? Because there's pieces missing. In this analogy, you can take it like this. The pieces that were missing were the pieces that they chose to throw away, discard, or they didn't matter. But at the very end, the very last day, when everybody looked at their puzzle wasn't done. It wasn't completed. It was not put together properly. And now your life work is not complete, but you can't fix it anymore. When somebody commits suicide, that's what's going on. We don't know, because they will not reach out to us. So you have to be a better person. You have to accept them in your life, because they're a piece of your puzzle. And you're a piece of theirs. Every day, go out there, do better for each other. Hug your kids, tell them you love them. Call your family members on the phone. Call your friends on the phone. Let them know they matter. Not everything's about sales. Not everything's about work. Not everything's about business. Sometimes it's just about knowing that there's somebody there that cares about you, that you care about them. And you know what? That's all you have to do. You don't have to give them money. You don't have to buy them anything. You don't have to. All you got to do is be like, hey, I care. How you been doing? You doing okay? Simple pat on the back, a handshake goes a long way. You know? And that's what matters. Each and every one of you matter. Each and every one of you makes a difference in life. I hope and pray that life is good to each and every one of you. Do your best for each other. Go out of your way for somebody. Don't get into this new thing that, oh, well, it didn't work for them. Or, oh, well, you know, so many people, they get this entitled feeling, or you get this feeling like everything has to work perfectly, yet nothing in their life has ever worked perfectly. But when something happens, they have to go blame everybody, thinking that it has to happen perfectly now. Nothing's perfect, man. You know, life is fair. It's not perfect, it's fair. And it's up to us to make it that way. No use in getting mad, upset, wishy-washy, or what. There's nothing you can do about it. There's a teacher I had, my health teacher, Mr. Hendrick, used to tell us all the time, why'd you stress about something when you went home at night? I think this was 7th or 8th grade. And he has a good point. You can't do anything about it. Why are you stressing about it? You're worried about something and there's nothing you can do. The only thing you can do is go to sleep at night. So why are you worried about it? It'll go away. It'll change. It'll fix. And some things may take a matter of moments, minutes, days, even sometimes years. But eventually, you know, wounds will heal. You know, people will be okay. But if you sit there and stress on it, you're the one that's not going to be okay. So in other words, you can't do nothing. So quit worrying about it. Let it go. Maybe that's why Disney invented the movie Frozen. Let it go. Anyway, I'm not going to sing that song. I don't want to embarrass myself. But know this. Forgive. Move on. Shake hands. Be kind. Be merciful. If you're religious, pray. If you're not, then hope. If you're a spiritual person, you know, whatever it is you do to need to make somebody else's life better without hurting them, do it. And guess what? You don't know it, that there's people doing that for you right now behind the scenes. The only difference is you don't know it. And maybe you think you're alone in life. You're not. Because there's people like me out here that's going to tell you every day that you matter. And guess what? I'm not the only one. There's so many great people out there. I did the soapbox derby last week with my daughter. All those men and women of the Breakfast Optimist Club and all of from WGM, KHQA, Quincy Medical Group, All these different people were out there volunteering. Nobody knows who they were, but they were out there making things better so that kids and the people around them can have a better future. You go to Fishing for Freedom. Do you think you know every single volunteer that helped out with Fishing for Freedom? Going to say no, but they were there and they did an outstanding job. But we don't know who they are. Why? They didn't say nothing. They did what had to be done, and they got the job done. That's nothing in return. Now, I'm not asking any of you guys to go out there and volunteer or anything like that. I am asking, though, you to go out there and be kind to people around you. Be respectful to people around you. I am asking you to have patience, and instead of boiling off the handle because something didn't go your way, there are some people out there that you're right. They have the worst luck in the world. They have the bad luck in the world. But then I watch how they perform. I watch them when they're in action. They're bringing that luck upon themselves because instead of having patience and trying to understand the situation, the first thing they want to do is they want to snap. They want to use a temper. They want to raise their hand. They want to raise their fist. They want to pull a gun. They want to freaking tell somebody off. They want to use sarcasm. We're all different. Some of us can handle it. Others cannot. And maybe that person that needs you today needs you right now. So get off here with me now. Go tell your friends and your family members you love them. Put on your status. Tell everybody they matter. After you watch this, put on your status, you matter. Don't put anything else, just put you matter. So if somebody goes, who are you talking about? Tell them you. Everybody that asks, tell them you're talking about them. Because my name is Jeffrey Jansen. You matter. Who? You, Sam. You, Bob. You, Regina. You, Gary. You, Kaylin. You, Jeff. You, everybody that's watching this. You matter. You all have a piece of a puzzle. And I'm glad that you're in that puzzle. And I'm glad and I'm a better person for knowing you. And guess what? When we put it all together, at the end of the day, we built a pretty strong structure. Anyway, I'm going to get my daughter. It's raining right now. By the way, I will tell you one funny thing. I'm going to leave this on a funny note. Okay, you ready for the funny note on this one today? Got burnt over the weekend. Friday and Saturday is out in the sun all day and everything got burnt. Buddy of mine, it's funny because he's got this blood mustache that curls around. Reminds me of another guy that I know that's down in the Arizona area. Cody's dad, grandpa. But anyway, he said, you know what, that sun